Oh, it worked, guys. Okay, I'll see you over there. Okay. It's working. It's working. It's working. Finally. All right. I'm just gonna put up I'll just put this up right now. Don't worry, I'm still here. I just want to cover this up while I get things ready, just to be on the safe side. But hey, an hour late, but we finally got it fixed. Oh boy. That was an adventure and a half. Thank you all to all of you who stuck around and is waiting patiently for this. Again, I'm so sorry for the issues that have been happening. I'm all right. I'm just frustrated because for an hour I had to deal with a lot of issues. Oh shoot, I have to remember what the title of my thing is. Okay. Alright, now I need to open this. Okay. Okay, finally. Okay. So, I think, oh yeah. So, I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to share this link with you guys here. Copy a link. Anyone with a link, okay? So you guys, are you kidding me? It says shine. Ugh, hold on. Hold on. I gotta open another tab apparently. But I'll give you this link here because you will need this because some of you will have to go on different paths if you decide to take this challenge. Let me just find the video here because yeah, it's just being silly right now. There we go. All right, there's the link to the document. And there we go. So you guys are free to open this if you'd like. Oh, hello. So the other thing I want you to do is if you do not have, yes, I know Cheese Whiz, it's working now. So if you do not have D&D dice, feel free to open up this. It's called rolladie.net roll-a-d20-die. So I thought about using my own dice, but I figured it'd be good for you guys who don't know anything about D&D dice to see what I'm doing. So that's why I have this up here. So, oh, thanks guys. Thanks again for waiting, by the way. So I'll try not to go too slow on this. Oh, yes, we are making OCs. You're still welcome to make one, Mage Wesley, if you want. This is based on, like, realistic genetics, because that's who I am. Hello, Mose. See, I told you he's camera shy. Now he just came into view, and I can't show you guys anymore. Oh, boy. So, oh, yes, Radford has tested it out for me. A little confusing to begin with, so that's why I'm here to kind of like help you guys out with it. All right, so base this on a real thing in D&D. So you see this link down here. This is D&D related. Basically, as a background designer, like if you have no idea what you want your character to be, you can leave it all to the dice. I actually left with my D&D character, which is a fighter elf. I actually followed this link here to figure out the background of my elf character. It actually worked out really well. Oh yes, and if you have a piece of paper or a notepad and a pen/pencil, whatever writing device, you're going to need to write down every detail. And I want to try to help you guys out as much as I can, especially if you especially if you guys get confused. So I'm going to do this along with you. So I'll get my notepad and a pen because I'm going to create a character with you guys. And I was hoping to like hop on to Roblox like Warriors so we could all show off our characters, but because of the glitch issue that we had, I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe another time we can do that, or you can save your character and then we could do it another time. So, all right. So, basically if you had time to read this, it's just like, yeah, I'm not using proper warrior terms, stuff like that. All right. So, the first thing I decided to go with is tameness. So, basically, this will determine your associations with humans in the versus the wilderness. So, uh, so in this case, what I mean is I'm taking real life situations because there are some various cats that are strays that they don't have a home but they're friendly to people, or you might have a cat who used to be a pet but was abandoned and then became feral or something like that. So with this thing, so I have a whole chart basically describing what feral, semi-feral, everything is. But first, so you want to take a D10. So that means if you're using this website here, you're going to put 10 here, and then you press go. All right, so I rolled a 6. So that means I'm a converted feral. So I'm going to write that down. So this means, most likely means I was a pet or I was friendly with people at one point, but now I am a feral cat. So it doesn't mean I hate people. It means that there's still a bit of trust. So in my case, yeah, these cats who began life as a pet were either abandoned or got lost and adapted to living a semi-feral life. Mistrust in humans in general. They know that not all humans are bad and can gravitate to certain humans, perhaps even let them get up close. If food and shelter is provided and a trust is slowly formed with the human, the cat may even let the human get close and pet them. So that's what I got. My Dragonborn was raised by cats. That's hilarious. So yeah, so if you get a 10 and it says tame, if you're a pet, skip to table 102. I'll go over this with you since I didn't roll a 10. I don't have to do this personally. But if you rolled a 10, let me go over it here. So if you are on the document right now, read it at your own pace. So status. So let's see. Hold on. Oh, maybe oh yeah. So this means if you're a pet, skip this. Sorry, I misread. So if you get 10 and you get tame, this means you do not do table 102. I'm sorry, I completely misread that. So everyone else who rolls goes to table 102. All right, you got a 5? Nice, you're a converted feral like me. All right, so again, if you got tame, you do not do this one, which is status. So this is where I go more into the warrior side of things. So yeah, so again, I have a whole list here. I tried to use more of the warrior's definitions in this. Oh, very nice, Manu. So roll a D100. So we're going to go back in here. I'm going to put 100 and then go. Oh, 92. Okay. Hey, I'm part of an urban clan. So I put urban and wilderness because it's kind of like similar to Scourge's clan, right? They're essentially an urban clan. Well, I know they're not. Remember, I haven't read the books. I'm just going off of what I've seen from YouTube over the last 15, almost 20 years. Not 20 years, maybe 15 years. And so very nice PD tricks. All right, so I'm part of so yeah, I'd be the equivalent of an urban colony. So yeah, I'd be closer to Scourge in this case in terms of living circumstance. So if you got 53 for blue scare guy, yeah, you would be part of a typical colony or clan in the woods, wherever environment you choose. I think I don't remember if I put landscape where you choose to live. I think I just leave that up to you. Um, if I do, then I will be proven wrong because I haven't used this in a while. So again, so yeah, there's basically a group of cats support and love each other, both family friends, but they live in human establishments. Yeah, junkyards, abandoned buildings, stuff like that. Street smarts. I added street smarts. You're 29. All right, you're a loner. 16. Loner as well. And if you've read the books, you know what a loner is. I kind of figure. All right, so this is where we get back to those who rolled a tame. You can come join us back now for 103. So, oh, it's 70. Very nice. Which is that one? Which is that one again? You're in a colony. All right. So, what I mean by birth legitimacy, this is one that was put in my D&D book that I have because it can do a lot with. That's very fair, Razzie. So in terms of D&D, this could really like be a big like role playing like background thing. Maybe not as big deal here. I just figure why not? Let's put this in here. So yeah, basically it's just more if this character knows their father or not. Simple as that. It can be a big deal for what if you're doing a role play, or it could just be whatever, right? It could just be a situation. All right. So this one says to roll a d20. So we'll go back in, put 20, and then roll. 19. Ho ho! I don't know my father. This is the first time I've ever rolled that, so it's quite a big deal for me. All right. So, who's my dad? All right, 14. All right, you know your dad. So, if you got legitimate, so between 1 and 18, you skip 104. But anyone who does not know their dad, we have to go to 104. All right, so for me, I got to go to 104. So, reasons for illegitimacy. So, why don't I know my dad? Oh, so I have to roll a d20 again. Finding father figure. All right, so I rolled an 8. Mother went outside typical area and made it outside the colony or territory in secret. All right, I'm going to write secret outside territory mate. Cool. My mother. So it's kind of like similar to like Blue Star, and is it Oakheart? Yeah, like Blue Star. I mean, she was Blue Fur at the time, but Blue Fur and Oakheart and their kids, basically. I don't even know if they knew Oakheart was their dad or not. In all honesty, I don't know, but it's similar to that with Blue Fur and Oakheart. I think I got that right. Please tell me if I got that wrong, though. All right, so everyone can join back up for family. So yeah, this will kind of basically tell you. This won't tell you your siblings. We'll go into that in the next part. It just means if you have, a mother and father, or grandparents, aunt, uncle, or guardian. This is, yeah, again, more for role playing purposes. Technically, I don't know my dad, so that changes things if I get like mother and father. This could mean maybe I have a stepfather, Who knows? Or like a character who steps up to be my father. Oh, that's it. That's it. They didn't know about Blue Star being their mother. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, we're back. So, I got to roll another d20. All right, 13. Father only. Okay. This is going to be essentially my stepdad. So, this means that this doesn't necessarily mean my mother's dead. It could just mean that she was unable to take care of me or something like that. So in this case, since it's father and I'm illegitimate, this could probably be like, yeah, stepfather situation. So, stepfather, effectively. Well, at least I know mom. All right, you got a 7. All right. If you were on 105, then you were raised by your mother and father. So I know in Warrior, if you're doing Warriors role play, it just means you know who your dad is, basically. He may not be actively raising you, but you know who he's your dad, and he's there to be around and stuff like that. Okay, so in case you're confused about this part, um, 1d4. So if you get 14, 16, or 18, and I'll explain 20 later. Um, if it says mom and dad, just assume that it's not your father, but it could be like your mom maybe got another mate. So it's essentially like a stepdad. So if you got a 14, essentially this means you know your whole family, your mom, your dad, your and excuse me. And so when it says 1d4, you basically just put a 4 in here, you click it, it tells you how many aunts and uncles you have, and you can choose how many cousins you have. I'm sorry there, my voice is getting dry. And so in this one, it just means you have to roll another d20. So if it's between 1 to 10, that means it was your grandmother, and 11 to 12 or 11 to 20, it just means it's your grandfather who raised you. Same with aunt or uncle. So if it's 1 to 10, it's your aunt. 11 to 20, it's your uncle. And then, so if in orphan, if you got orphan, you would have to roll another d20. So if you get 1 to 8, you have to go to table 625. So that's way down the list. I will only go down there if anyone rolls orphan. Or rolls orphan and gets between 1 and 8. So basically, guardian just means, a specific guardian. Like, it's more specific. But if you roll 9 to 20, it just means, it just means you got adopt into a normal family, basically. And if I say roll a second time, you're rolling if results are 20. I don't know why I wrote that, in all honesty. Just let's forget that for now. If I remember, then I remember. How's my little boy? He's good. He's asleep right now, but he's doing very well. All right, so this is the part where siblings come in. So, again, roll a d20. Oh yeah, I rolled that. Sorry, I had to think. Did I roll for parents? Yes, I did. So, in this case, you got to roll a d20 again. 11. So I have 1d4 plus 1 siblings. Okay, so I have to roll a d4 plus 1. 2 plus 1, 3. I've got 3 siblings. I figure it's not fair to go through the process of figuring out what the sexes are for your siblings. In this case, I just figure make them up. If you have all brothers, all sisters, 1 brother, 2 sisters, whatever, however it works. So yeah. So in this case, you rolled a 19. Okay, so that means, so in this case, I'll show you how it goes. You actually put 2 here, 4-sided dice, you click, so it shows 2, you've got 3, so 3, you have 3 siblings. I'll go back to 1 here for myself. Yeah. So since it says I have siblings and I don't have like step siblings, it's assumed that all my siblings and I have the same illegitimate father. 15. Oh, what you forgot to change it to a 4. That's what you forgot to do, because I think the max should be 6 siblings. So change it back to a D4 dice and then click again. There you go. Yeah. In the case of illegitimate, it just means, you've got illegitimate siblings. Nice. Excuse me. All right, so birth order. There we go. So we're going to go back to rolling a d20. 4. I'm the second born. Okay. I love my dad in real life too. I just find it funny that in this case I'm illegitimate. And I'm the firstborn in my family, so yeah. So yeah, very self-explanatory. You know, you got lots of siblings, you could do whatever you want. Oh man, I'm gonna get some water. Let me just find my water bottle here. There. I might have to fill it up. Give me a moment, guys. Okay. There, I got a bit of a drink. I should bring a water bottle here. Water sounds good. All right. Okay, so place of birth. This could be an interesting factor when it comes to role playing, I find. So, like especially in D&D, it can actually be very telling for your background, like for your backstory. So I figured I'd add this in too, depending on what kind of role play you're playing with your cat character. So, does it fit in with their status and stuff like that? It could really mean a lot. Like it can really bring a lot of things in. All right, so we roll a d20 for this one. Okay, I got a 10. Traveling. Oh, interesting. So it's hard. It could be whatever situation. Maybe you guys had to. Maybe my colony had to move to a different part of the city. Or it could be any. It could be any reason. Born while traveling. Oh, great job, Amy. Catman time. Oh, very nice. So, yeah, that opens up a lot of possibilities that, yeah, or maybe a natural disaster happened and you had to move to a temporary place, and that's when you were born, was maybe in that temporary place while you guys had to like wait until, say, I'm only thinking of this situation because I've done this in a role play with the Warriors Roblox game, where apparently a flood came into the River Clan territory, so we all ran to the Loner Barn. Um, so, it could be a situation like that. You had to temporarily leave your home and then come back once the flood was over. All right. Okay. So I'll read this here. So, unusual births. It's common for a legendary character to begin their lives under unusual or mysterious circumstances. These events may shape the character's lives. Of course, many characters will have been born in typical circumstances, which is more normal than not. If nothing happens, skip table 109. So, what you got to do is roll a D100. So, we got to change this to a 100 and go. 79. Okay, so this means for me, 2 unusual occurrences happen. So if you get between 1 and 60, you do not have to go to table 110. You can just skip the whole table. Oh, I see what I did there. I did something wrong. I need to do this. Haha. I'm a middle child, even though I only have one sibling. Guess the other died? Yes. Yes, Razzie, that could be how it happened. That you're originally a middle child, but if you only have one sibling, then yeah, you had a death in the family. All right, 57. Nothing unusual occurs. Sorry there, blue scary guy. Right, so I have to write that down. 2 unusual circumstances. It's not unusual to love my swan. I used to watch Flipper. That's where I first heard that song. My grandparents had that movie. All right. So take the result from table 109 and roll a d100 as many times as on the table below. Nice, by the way. If a later roll contradicts a previous roll, such as rolling both born at noon and midnight, take the first result obtained. Reroll all duplicate results. That's just, yeah, if it doesn't make sense, re-roll, basically. So, again, so if you got nothing, you skip this whole situation. If you get anything else, so since I got 2 unusual occurrences, I got to roll a d100 twice. All right, so the first one, 92, okay. Character born with an unusual physical affliction, okay. Right, I'll go to that later. I'll first get the other one. So born with physical affliction. This will be interesting, guys. Oh, that's funny, Manu. All right, so I'll roll the second one, and then I'll go back to here to explain like what happens if you get any of these circumstances where it says go to table, blah, blah, blah. You're a rogue, very nice. All right, so the second one, go. 45. And medicine cat, why did I do that? Oh, cat able to receive gifts from Afterlife / StarClan declares the character to be afflicted with an injury. Okay, I have to go to 2 places. You're a cyborg. Very nice. All right, so I have to go 2, and then afflicted with injury. So I'm going to write down the tables so I know which one to go to. 744 and 874. All right, so medicine that he is cat. All right, so this is what happens if you get a situation like what I rolled. This means you have to go find whatever table it says. So for the first one, I have the physical affliction. So I have to find table 874. So I got to scroll all the way down. And I have to find, 638. Da, da, da. Oh, are we getting close? That's close. That actually might be one of my tables. All right, 874. Oh, 7. I wrote it wrong. Whoops. I wrote it wrong, guys. I will fix that. All right. So these are actual situations in cats that I looked up that can affect cats. So these are real situations. So I have to roll a d6. All right, so a d6. Go. Okay. I got a 6. True hermaphrodite. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I can't help it. I just never expected to roll that. Okay. This makes things very interesting. All right, so I'll just write true hermaphrodite. Oh goodness. Okay. All right. Okay, composure. Let's go. All right, 744. Yep, that's the one right below. Okay, serious wounds. More than a skid knee, broken arm, or clean cut. These ones leave lasting. That's what that's supposed to be. Physical effects, visible scarring, reduced physical attributes, or permanent removal of body part. They're not fatal, but they affect the character for the rest of their life. Okay. Oh boy. All right, here we go. 20 and go. 5. Ear is torn or cut off. Okay. I think I would say if he lives, then it counts. All right, ear. All right, so then I have to roll another d20. 1 to 10 is right ear, 11 to 20 is left ear. Okay. Ooh, 7. Okay, it's my right ear. Ear torn right. What is, all right, so 2d4 on siblings. It just means this. Effectively just means you would roll a d4 twice. So it looks like that. And look at that. 6. Oh, I guess the majority you could have is like 8 or something. Sorry. Then roll a d10. Ah, this is if I get hearing loss or not. Go. 2. All right. And if I rolled a 7 and 10, a permanent hearing loss occurs. So since I did not roll between 7 and 10, my hearing is still fine. So I take this as just part of my ear is torn. Okay, here comes the hermaphrodite. Okay, I need to fix that mistake though that I have here. Yeah, there it is. I will also need to fix that one. All right. So 745. I'm assuming this is 746. Because, yeah, I realize I have not fixed these. So I'm going to do that right now. All right. Do I have any other 800s? Okay. So birthmarks. Let me quickly find birthmarks here. Okay, that's 741. Okay. Sorry, guys. Ignore what I'm doing. I'm just fixing my mistakes here. 741. Color mutations. So I'm assuming that's the one below. I just want to make sure. Yep, 740. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Keep losing my place here. All right. 740. Body mutations. 743. And then last one is the gifts. Is that the last thing? That's crimes. Oh. Let's go see serious ones. Body mutations, body birthmarks. Ooh. Maybe I haven't done this one yet. Uh-oh. Oh. Rivals, companions, adventurers, criminals, guardians, relatives, others, death. Yes, you could have a situation where you died. Something wonderful. Uh-oh, I may have made a mistake here, guys. I may not have added that part. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna have to add this after. So if you rolled 94 to 100, I'm gonna have to add that in. So this is an FYI. Yes, you might be able to do crime. All right, so ignore 94 to 100 for now. I'm gonna have to fix that. So that's my fault there. All right, parents / NPCs. So basically this explains just a tiny bit of like what your parents / guardians did in their past or what they are like. That may like explain your backstory. So this one can get a bit confusing. So this is what you got to do. So for, let's see. So for, I need to remember how to do this. Hold on a second. Okay, so we're not obviously going to do every parent / guardian that you have. So what we're going to do is we'll roll a d4. So this basically mentions noteworthy items about your parents / guardian / whoever basically raised you. So d4. Okay, so only one thing happened. So we need to determine what happens. The D20 indicates the results in the table. The D6 determines which parent or guardian applies to. A result of 1 to 4 indicates the mother or main guardian. The results 5 to 6 indicate the other parent or guardian. If only one parent or guardian is alive, then the results are all applied to that one parent guardian. So I understand that's going to be a little confusing. It takes a little while to figure it out, and I understand if you're confused about this one. So, all right, so the first thing is 1. So since I rolled just a 1, so that means there's one noteworthy thing about basically my mom or my unknown dad or my stepdad. Well, it might best be to skip that. You are welcome to skip this. Like, you don't have to do it. If it's too confusing for you, that was my water bottle, by the way. Feel free to skip it. Totally understandable. If it's too much for you, skip it. You can make up anything you want about your character's parents or guardians. All right, so I need to roll a d20. I rolled a 1. Okay. And then, okay, so it's noted for the personality. So I need to determine their personality, so I have to roll a d6. Okay. A mysterious personality. If it's my mom, that'd be hilarious. All right, so then I have to roll another d6, and this will determine if it's my mom or it's my father. So 3. All right, between 1 and 4 is the mother. Yup. Perfect. All right. Mysterious mother. All right. So again, if this confuses you too much, feel free to skip it. I hope I fixed things on here. Please let me know if I made a mistake, because I may have totally forgotten about it. If I've written anything down, please let me know. Okay. So, significant events of childhood and adolescence. All right. So, you can interpret this as kithood and apprenticeship if you're doing warriors, if you want. So, again, this makes things complicated. You don't have to exactly do this if you don't want to. I'm to 110. All right, that's okay if you're behind. If you have any questions, just let me know. And divide by 2. Okay, this is just because it's better to have a max of 3 events for both childhood and adolescence. You don't want like a bunch. And even 4 is a bit too much. So that's why I decided to do that if you're doing it by dice alone. If you're doing it by here, you could literally just do 3. It makes it a little easier. This is just for those who are using dice to do this. So, all right. So 1 event in my childhood event, and then I'll roll this again. This will be for adolescence. 2. Okay. 2 adolescent events. All right. I think these are for both. Yeah. So you can use this table for both childhood and your adolescence. So first I have to roll for childhood. So I'm going to go back to a d20 and we'll roll a 3. Okay. Something wonderful happens. Okay. So I'll have to go to table 529. Let's hope I didn't mess up on this one. Since we're not, okay, so I'll go to this one right away. All right, so 529. 529. Ooh. Yep, I did it right. Okay. So, obviously this means something wonderful happens to me during my childhood. So we'll roll another d10. All right, 12. A disease almost kills the character, but miraculously the character becomes immune to that disease. Cool! I'm immune to a disease. Okay. All right, time to go back up. All right, so now I got to roll 2 events for my adolescence. So, roll another 3. Okay. I'll roll for the second one right here too. Sorry, my water bottle almost fell again. And a 10. Okay. So 1d. Oh. 1d4 more significant events. Dang it, I forgot I did that. Okay. I gotta roll 1d4 more times. Okay, I can take that. Alright, so I gotta go back to d20. Alright, 2. Okay. A tragedy occurs. Ooh, okay, so I gotta both go to 528 and 529. Ah, you got 4 unusual occurrences. Okay, I'm gonna go back for Amy's case. Um, this means you have to roll on this table 4 times. Whatever happens, like again, re-roll any duplicate results or results that don't make sense with each other, but you have to roll a D100 4 times. So yeah, again, re-roll or ignore if it does not make sense or contradicts. All right. You got 2. Ooh. All right. For 213, this is only if you get a special age specific event occurs. So you do not have to go to table 13A or 13B unless you rolled for it. So if you rolled for it and you got 2 results, then you go from there. I think. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only way you go to table 213A and 213B. All right, so now I need to go down to tragedies and something wonderful. Let's go down. Oops, I think I went too far. I did go a little too far. Death situations. Oh wait, no, 5-2. Yeah. I just gotta keep going. Keep going. Oh, here we go. All right. Now roll d20, and I got a 10. All right, what happens? One of the character's parents or guardians is killed. Roll a d6 to determine the role. 4 to 6 equals father or male guardian. 1 to 3 equals mother or female guardian. To find out what caused their death, then you roll another d6. Okay? So, who died? It's me mum. This could mean that because I'm an adolescent, I'm a teenager, so I don't technically need her, a mate, and I technically have a stepfather. Yes, my mysterious mom died. So we need to figure out what happened. How did she die? Oh, someone's actions. Someone killed her. All right, so I need to go to 2 tables now. I have to go to 633 to determine who killed her, and 532 to determine how she died. Hit by a bowler. You guys are dark. I love it. All right, so 633. Okay. Actually, no. We should do first. Let's do 532 first because it's the closer one. There we go. Death situations. All right. So in this case, roll a d20 to determine cause of death. Then roll a d10 to determine responsibility. On a d10 result of 10, the character is linked in with the death of some in some unfavorable manner. All right, if I get killed by a boulder, you guys, it'll be your fault. There we go. Large rock falls on top. If I roll a 1, I'm going to say it's your fault. All right, here we go. Roll a d20. Oh, it's a 7. I don't get killed by a boulder. Oh, victim killed during the commission of a crime. Oh my goodness. So that's what what my mysterious mother's been up to. She's been doing crime. Alright. Oh, now I've got to roll. They really did crime. Yup. Okay, roll a d10. It tells me to roll a d10. 3. Okay. If the roll is less than 5, the victim was committing a crime when killed. If 5 or greater, someone killed the victim while committing... Hold on. While committing the crime... Hold on, I think I wrote that wrong. No, the victim was committing a crime. Someone killed the victim. Okay. Okay, the victim... So my mother was killed while committing. Someone did not kill her while committing the crime. Okay. Now we gotta figure out her crime. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. I need to determine responsibility, but oy vey. You know what? I'm forgetting how this. Oh yeah, if the result is 10, it's linked with an favorite. I guess I should figure out if it's linked. Nope, it's not. Okay. So now, oh, there's another mistake there. I need to find the crimes table, which is down here. Alright, I need to remember to come back to this one. Alright, we need to find crime. Wait, that's criminals. Where was the crime again? There's love, underworld experience, but that's not necessarily crime, is it? Oh boy. She did crime. Yep. Okay, that's something wonderful. And then that's tragedies. Okay. I need to go back up here and see. Crimes. There we go. Oh, there it is. 846. Okay. 846 does survive. All right. All right. What was she doing? Let's roll a d20 and find out what crime she was committing. Is this going to be public? Yeah, it is. All right, 7. She was trespassing. Killed while trespassing. Okay. All right, so the second thing was who killed her. So I need to go back to 633. There we go. Yeah, you can do that, Mage Wesley. All right, so this is going to tell us who killed my mysterious criminal mother. All right. We're going to roll d20. 14. An apprentice? Killed by apprentice. Ooh. All right. She was killed by an apprentice. Either this apprentice is like a prodigy, or my mother wasn't a very good warrior. Then again, it could be an apprentice for another colony, because this is technically an urban colony that we're a part of, and this could have been a wilderness colony. Ooh. All right, but something wonderful also happened, so we need to figure that out. I just saw it. Something wonderful. Okay. Is breathing fire. Yes. All right. 12. Another disease? Apparently I'm immune to 2 diseases now. Man, I have a bad run-in with diseases, apparently. Alright, so now I gotta go back up to the table. Okay. Alright, so because nothing significant happens to me... Apparently, yeah. So since, like, nothing extra special, I can skip 213A and 213B. So 213 is childhood, 213B is adolescence. All right. If your character is an adult, then you have to roll this. So if you're rolling for an apprentice or a kitten/kit, you do not have to use table 104. But if your character is an adult, then you have to roll this. I don't know if I want my character to be an adult, so I may personally skip this. Hello, by the way. So, if your character's an adult, you roll a this. So I'm going to skip it. All right, here we go. We're going into the physical looks of your character. You ready for this? All right, so I've split this off into 3 tables. This kind of it's usually because when you're a feral cat, you are very less likely to be a specific body type, just because, you know, a whole jumble of genetics in there. But when you're a pet, you're more likely to have very specific types of body types. So that's why I split off to 3 tables. So if you are feral or semi-feral, you will roll this table, 315A. If you're converted, like I am, or a community cat, you will do 315B. And if you're a pet, all right, sounds good. Take care, Manu. And if you're a pet, you'll roll 315C. So since I'm 315B, I have to roll this table. So I'll roll a d20. 8. Okay, I've got an average body. So let me just put that in. Average body. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. So if you had rolled specific, like breed specific for 315B or 315C, you will go here. Now this is a big table. So if you did not roll this, if your table doesn't have it, like 315A, you skip it. But if you roll breed specific, you got to come here. So I'll briefly explain what this means. So you'll be rolling a D100, and you'll get any of these results. So you'll see why I put this, like African, Asian, Persian, Oriental, Turkish, Western. This is actually because I'm basing it off of a specific genetic website that characterizes their cats just like this. So African, it means something like the Abyssinian, Egyptian mouse, Somali, like that. Asian, like Bengal, Burman, Bombay, Burmese, Burmilla, Japanese bobtail. I don't even know how to say that one. Korkat, or Karat, Karelian bobtail. Ossicat, Savannah, like Singapura, Toy Bob, Toiger, Persian, British Shorthair, Chartreuse, Exotic Shorthair, Persian, Scottish Fold. Wait, did I write Scottish Fold twice? Oh, Scottish Straight. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, something like that. Sorry. Siamese and Oriental, Balinese, Havana Brown, Oriental Longhair, Siamese and Oriental Shorthair, Turkish, Turkish Angora, Turkish Fan, Western, American Bobtail, American Curl, American Domestic Cat, American Shorthair, American Wirehair, Cornish Rex, Cymric or Kymric, I don't remember how it's pronounced, European Domestic Cat, European Shorthair, Highlander, La Perm, Maine Coon, Manx, Munchkin, Norwegian Forest Cat, Pixie Bob, Ragamuffin, Ragdoll, Russian Blue, Siberian, Tennessee Rex. Oh, okay. Oh, Blue Merle is adorable. Okay, so now we're getting into your base color. All right. All right. So I am going to base this on the actual sexes of the cats. So your cat can be whatever gender, but this is going to be all based on the sex of your cat. So if your cat is AMAB or AFAB, I hope it's okay if I say that. It'll all be determined here. I only have a mom in RP. That's all right. That's pretty cool. All right, so I think I always play females, so I'm gonna actually roll a male for this character. So again, you can choose if your character is assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth. So I'm gonna choose male. So 100. Here we go. 76. Okay, my character is black. All right. So yeah, this is my character. And so I also put in like the definitions for females, because as you know, I do have a situation where there are male tortoiseshells, so we will get there. But right now, this is just what we're going through as the norm. So that's why I don't have male like calicos or tortoiseshells in this section. You could be born, if you were born with a certain like condition, you could be a male tortoiseshell. Oh, I already did Sunny, but I will send the link again. Just give me 1 second here. There, link again, just in case. Thanks for the reminder. Oh. Yes, I'm still a school bus driver. Excuse me. Oh, that's cool. All right. So, as you see, I did little thingies here. Sorry. All right. Dilution. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. Pay attention to, if you get a breed-specific cat, remember to pay attention to what entails with their patterns or colors, because some breeds are specifically certain colors or patterns, like Siameses, or like I think in the Siberian cats, being a color point is not breed standard. So you keep that in mind. If you're breed specific, you may have a very specific color trait, so that will affect how you do this. For 317, you got an 82. Is your character born male or born female? Because that would either mean your character is black or they are a chocolate tortoiseshell. Okay, so your character's black then. All right, so in dilution, again, if you're a breed-specific cat and your breed does not allow dilution, skip this part. You might have missed quite a bit. All right, so basically, it's a recessive trait. So we're going to find out if your character is diluted or not. So D4, let's see, 2. All right, I am not diluted, so I am black. That sounds really weird. I do not mean it in that way. I'm sure you guys know that. I just know it sounds really funny. All right, white spotting. Again, if you're a breed-specific cat and your breed does not allow white spotting or has a certain type of white spotting, skip this part. All right, so basically you see how the white spotting can interact with your character. So, white markings, yeah, white spotting, blah, blah, blah. If you're her character that is a tortoiseshell, white spotting affects how the colors interact with each other. With no or little white spotting, tortoiseshells remain brindled. With moderate to high amounts of white spotting, the colors become more patched. Just an FYI. What'd you get a 1 in, sorry, blue scare guy? I'll just wait for blue scare guy's response here. Da, da, da. Okay. I'll just watch for his response then. All right. So for this one, again, it looks confusing. This will just determine various things. How's your family and pet doing? Oh, okay. You were on dilution. Yeah, you don't have dilution. Oh, everyone is doing well, Drew. Robin's back in school. Rubel's back in school. And I'm driving for school again. We all have school-related things right now. All right. So this just determines how much white you have, if you have any. So we're going to go to a detail. He is in school for business accountancy. So right now he's doing the business side, and then and next year he'll do the accounting part. All right, so I rolled an 8. So that means I'm medium to low white spotting. So this means I could either be this guy, this guy, this guy, or this guy. So I gotta roll another D. I have to roll a D4 to figure out which one I am. For 319, you got a 9. Okay? All right. So 319, you are also medium to low white spotting. So you'll have to roll a D4 to figure out which one of these 4 you are. All right. So go. 4. Ooh, I've got a locket. So that means very minimal white spotting, just like that. So, since I know my grade for white spotting, I could just say grade 2 WS. All right. All right, let us move on. Tabby. Again, breed specific. You got a 2. Okay, you're a tuxedo. We are working. I made a. Seem a little too complex. It can be. I know. That's why I'm here to try to like help you out. It's also pretty complex with the manual I based it off of. So, yeah. I do apologize for that. But yes, all black with one paw. Nothing wrong with that at all. So again, if you're breed specific and your breed does not allow tabby or has specific tabby markings, skip this part. So we will find out if our character is tabby or not. So this is split into 2 parts. So for table 320A, we have to roll a d8 to find out if we're tabby or solid. And if we are tabby, then we move on to the next table and roll a d12 to find out what kind of tabby we are. All right, so what was it again? D8. Okay, we're rolling a d8 now. All right, I've rolled a 5. Hey, I'm a tabby. Okay. So that means I move on to the next table, and I have to roll a d12 now. Okay? All right, I'm 11. I'm a classic tabby. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, you rolled a 1. All right, you're a tabby. So roll again. So roll a d12 for 320B to find out which one. So just so you're clear on what kind, I didn't realize I messed this order up. Whoops. So agouti basically is like an Abyssinian. You have you are dominant, you have the 2 genes for the ticked gene. So all you have is the M stripe on your forehead. We are making our own OC cats, yes. This could be used for warrior role plays, for the Roblox game, or just because you want to make a new character. Ticked, so ticked has stripes on the face and the legs and the tail. And then spotted, yeah, it's nice, you're spotted. So this is what I am. I am a classic, so also like a splotched character. Or blotch, splotch, blotch, spirals. Yeah, marble. There's another name for it, marble. So yeah, that's basically, I just wanted to differentiate more ticked and agouti. On 212, you rolled a 1. Okay, let me double check that here. 212. Let's pause here while I try to figure out 212. All right. You rolled a 1. Okay, so that means one thing happened in childhood. So roll it again to find out how many things happen when you're an adolescent. All right. Oops, I think we went a little too far here. Let's go back. There we go. All right. Silver and goldens. Here we go. If you're a breed specific cat or your breed does not allow silver or have specific silver color and pattern, skip this part. So the silver one can be a bit interesting to add in. So I understand if you're confused about this one. Basically, whatever tabby or solid you have determines what silver you have. Oh, excuse me. I hope so too, Drew, because the last one I made, I effectively tapped out my stories. I am making some new ones though. I can't say though that they'll be ready. I'll be ready for another video in a year, but hopefully within maybe 2 years I can have enough for another story time. So effectively, so if you are a Goody Tabby and you get silver, you're Chinchilla. If you're ticked, you would be, oh, which one is it? Yeah, shaded slash pewter. If you're regular tabby, you'd be the typical silver tabby. And if you're solid, you'd be a smoke. All right, so Glass Eater returns. Oh gosh. All right, you got 11. Okay, you are not a silver, so you do not have to do anything about that. I need to roll though, so I need to roll a d20. 15. Okay, I am not a silver. All right. And then if you're, yeah. Golden, if your character is solid, roll again. Because golden does not work in the solid patterns. I think, yeah, and there's the variant of the golden with the silver gene. Again, silver and golden took me a while to understand, so I totally get it if you're confused by that. Color point. All right, again, breed specific or your breed does not allow color point and have a specific type of color point, skip this part. All right, so again, it works just like Tabby. So roll a d12, find out if you're color point, and if you are, what kind of color point are you? So first, you got to roll a d12 to find out if you're a color point or not. 3. Okay, I am not a color point, so I do not need to move on to this table. But if you get a 10 to 12, then you got to roll a d20 and roll to see which one you are here. And again, I have like the various colors of what kind of like, if you're Siamese, this is what the various colors and tabby markings and tortoiseshell would look like. Same with Burmese and same with Tonkinese. Oi, yeah, sometimes that happens, Amy. It can get real frustrating sometimes. All right, and then if you're wondering what's going on here, this is the stage of how a color point is born to where they are as an adult. Because I know, right, Drew? So yeah, this is basically how, so the kitten is born completely white, and as they grow older, their color forms in basically like this. All right. Oh, here we go. Dominant white. So again, breed specific, and your breed does not allow dominant white or can only be white in some breeds. You skip this part. All right, 322A. Okay. You got a 4. Okay, you're not a color point. All right, since you're not a color point, you don't have to worry about 322B. Let me double check. Yeah, if you got a 4, you're not a color point. All right, we're going to find out if you are a dominant white, what kind are you? All right, so it's a D100. So you might be thinking, so if I'm a dominant white, this basically just ruins all the other things I rolled for, right? And it does kind of, but this is more if you're really nerdy like I am and you want your character to have a mate and you want to guess what your kittens might look like, then you would use what you rolled before because that would be what you would technically give birth to. So that's why we go through this. And even if you're dominant white, yes, that kind of means like all the work you went through is for nothing, but then you know in case you want to role play that you have kittens or something like that. All right, D100. Go. 44. I am not a dominant white. So yeah, that's correct. You did not get dominant white. So yeah, basically these just mean what color of eyes you have. So again, we will eventually roll for eye color, but if you get one of these, you skip the eye color section. Which eye color's right here. Favorite. Post train, mail train, whatever version, American or British version. My favorite's the post strain. All right, eye color. Again, breed specific. You're supposed to have a specific eye color. Skip this part if you're white / color point. Read below what type of blue eye you may have. Okay. All right, I need to just quickly read through this. Look at that. I made some shade. Unlike in Warriors, it's rare to see a feral cat with blue eyes that isn't color point or white. Honestly, I guess I am technically a hermaphrodite. You're right, Odie. I just figured it'd be easier if I went with AMAB. So, I guess you could just choose in that case. It might be better to do AFAB just because then it includes everything, while AMAB doesn't include the tortoise shell. So if you were a true hermaphrodite, like my character is, I guess, you go with AFAB. All right. So there will be 3 versions on this table. One for medium to no white spotting, one for high or white cats, and one specifically for those with blue eyes. I got 35, so I have green eyes. I've been looking for... Oh, okay. All right, so I've got little white spotting. So I'll roll 424A. So again, if you're high white, go with this one. If your character has blue eyes like a Siamese or you're white, go with this one. So I gotta roll, what was it again? 2d10 20s. Okay. 2d20. Got 32. Ooh, hazel. Okay. Hazel eyes. Ah, yes, that's a good one too. I like that one as well. All right, and here's a thing for 40. If you rolled a dichroic eye, roll twice on the chart to determine eyes. Roll again if rolled for the same result. If rolled for a pie slice, roll a d6. If rolled 1 to 4, eyes are green and copper. If rolled 5 and 6, eyes are blue and copper. Yeah. All right. And then I just write a quick little thing. Copper, the brown of the cat world. Orange, and can be any shade. Amber, between yellow and orange. Yellow, light shaded. Golden, one of the most common eye colors in cats. Hazel, more a light green yellow color. Green, typically medium to light shades. Blue, typically medium blue. Ice blue, occasional mutation which results in icy blue eyes. No, I've never participated in Drawtober. And then white haloed. All right. Hair length. There we go. Again, if you're breed specific or your breed calls for specific hair length, skip this part. All right. So let's roll a d20 to find out what length of hair we have. Wait, did I say d20? 12. 1. I'm a short hair. All right. Do you know what? Okay, I just heard of this yesterday because of Victor Tanzig's video. Ah, yes, you're short hair like me. Tails. If you're breed specific or your breed calls for a specific tail, skip this part. All right. Roll a D100. Basically, this just goes through any type of tail you could have. All right, so D100. 66. I have a normal tail. Hello. All right, so, excuse me. So just wanted to quickly go over this because these ones, like ringtail specifically and corkscrew, is not really well known. So Manx is a dominant heterozygous mutation and it's variable, so that's why you roll a d4 to find out what kind of tail you have. Steam locomotive. This is more for if you want to have a role-playing character, so like if you are involved in like Warriors role plays or the Roblox game, or if you just want a different character in general. So yeah, Steam Engine. I have a soft spot for consolidations, so 280s. But I like Pacifics too. 462s. So yeah, a kinked tail is a tail that has one or more kinks in it. Despite looking like a broken tail, the tail is fine. The cat suffers no pain. I actually had a cat with a kinked tail. It was like right near the tip, and she just had a bend in it. She was never affected by it. It just went with her personality. She was also a calico color point, so she was a very unique cat. So ringtail, a curly tail, giving the appearance of a Pomeranian dog tail or can appear to lay flat on its back, sometimes viewed as a double jointed tail. So yeah, so bobtail, tail is kinked to the point it looks like a pom-pom, does not harm the cat. Corkscrew, a little like a pug's tail, is tightly curled, that is longer than a bobtail and never straightens. So that's basically the tails. Ears! If your breed specific character in your breed calls for a specific ear, skip this part. So yeah, you'll either have curled, straight, or folded ears. Alright, so. Oh, very cool. Alright, D100. Go. 5. Ho ho! Straight ears. Alright, you got straight ears too. So yeah, you would see the curled ears mainly in American curls, and folded ears and of course Scottish folds. Alright, and then yeah, these are all the things you could, basically if we get to this point, you're basically done. These are all just again the things that we would go to in like your character's backstory. Your character can go through some love, or, like we rolled for death, others, your relatives specific or guardians. Oh, Big Boy is a very unique engine, that's for sure. One of a kind. I mean, I know it had other engines, but in terms of like the class, definitely one of a kind. Yeah, just a Big Boy. So yeah, you're basically done after 427. So criminals, adventurer, companions, rivals, color mutations. So yeah, this is the part where I would include, like, you would have to roll something specific to get a color mutation. Yes, I do like Canadian steam locomotives. So yeah, it all depends. Sometimes they're very specific, so you may not be able to have this. You have to have a specific trait. You just called me a big boy. No, not you, a big boy. So yeah, you could have carolizing, so yeah, you'll see the bold underneath. You must be this or else it does not apply to you. So in order to have caramelizing, you must be diluted. If you have amber, you must be a Norwegian forest cat. Skunk stripe, you must have low to medium grade white spotting. Banded, you must have low grade white spotting. Sheeted, you must have low grade white spotting. Swirled, you must have low to medium grade white spotting. Tweed must be tortoiseshell and have no to low white spotting. So yeah, there's very specific things that can happen. Roan and Carpati, and bimetallic, you don't need anything. Oh, and vitiligo, you don't need anything condition for that. Moscow mutation must be a tabby. Periocular leukotrichia must be a female color point. Broken mackerel must be mackerel tabby. Pinstripe must be a mackerel tabby. Sakoki tabby must be a classic tabby. Sunshine must be a Siberian or Karelian and a tabby. Oh, sorry, Biometallic does have something. Must be a Siberian or Karelian and tabby and have the silver gene. So yeah. Oh yeah, Chimera, Somatic Mutation, and Albino. You don't have to worry. Like, you don't need anything for that. Copper must be British Shorthair and be golden. Bleaching must be La Perm. Frosted red must be red. Violet must be red and tabby. Mahogany must be red. Russet must be Bernese. All that stuff. So here's caramelizing. That's what it would look like, basically. Amber, it's a color change mutation. Caramelizing is double dilution, basically. Skunk stripe, right there. Banded, right there. Sheeted, right there. Swirled, basically like that. I don't have anything here for foxes. It's just cats, unfortunately. Tweed. Yeah, it's like a brindling. It's like tortoiseshell, but with no red. Roan. Basically kind of like this. Carpati. Okay, so this is a mutation that's like reverse color point. It's pretty cool. He found it in the laundry basket. It's funny. Moscow mutation may result in skin cell mutations, possibly. Yeah. Vitiligo. It depigments as it gets older. So periocular leukotrichia is the loss of pigment around the eyes in female color points that can be triggered by being in heat, pregnancy, or systematic illness. Condition not permanent and will usually shed out and appear back to normal. Your character must be female. So yeah, and then sunshine, bimetallic. Yes, they do love they do love it. Bimetallic, so it's like a mixture of both. Russet, it's like that. Mahogany is a red mutation to make it look red-brown. Almost cinnamon, but it's genetically red. Violet, red mutation where the red tabby has a bluish base color and red stripes. Frosted red, it has like blue-gray. It has like a blue-gray tint to the face, ears, paws, and tail due to an unknown mutation. Bleaching basically looks like silver. Copper is only in golden shades. Chimera, so basically like that. Mixture of two. Somatic mutation, just like that. An albino, obviously, yeah. You can also have birthmarks in your body locations, body mutations. So that's where curled ears, fold ears, short legs. So there goes the munchkin. You could be just tiny. You could have extra toes. You could have a Rex coat. You could be a wire hair. You could be broken coat, bobtail, tailless. You know those other like mutations there. Oh man, I don't even think I could make an animation of a train. I'll be real there. I don't know if I could do that. So, serious wounds. We did that. Physical afflictions and crime. Okay. So, hold on a second here. So, I'll give you that heads up there because I'll admit I'm tired. And I think basically if you need any help, just comment on the stream below. Oh boy. Yeah, it can be kind of confusing to get through, but hopefully next time if we do this, I don't know when. I can't guarantee the next time I'll be on here. I really should do this more often, and I just get caught up in projects or just life in general, and I forget to do it. I would like to see these creations in the Roblox game. I could start a private server and then I could see our creations. Honestly, I think that'd be really cool. Oh, excuse me. Thanks, Mage. That's really cool to hear. But yeah, most of you guys have to get to bed. So yeah. That's fair, Mage. That's very fair. Yeah, let's hope the next time we don't have computer issues. And yeah, I'm pretty tired, so it's time to go to bed. So good night, everyone. Thanks for being patient earlier with the whole computer issue going on, and yeah, yeah, I'll try to join it. If I don't, it just means I got busy or something. But let me know. And yeah, good night, you guys. Have a good Sunday / Monday, depending on what part of the world you're from. And yeah, take care and have a good night.